Officiating Clergy, the Archdeacon of Montego Bay, the Venerable Justin Nemhart, Chairman of our Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, other distinguished members of the Board of Management, Principal, Mr. Darian Henry, Vice Principal for Academic, Mrs. Carol Walters, or Vice Principal for Business and Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts Evans, our Campus Director for the Frome Campus, Director Linwell McFarlane, our keynote speaker, Ms. Morganne Kellier, Bursar and Secretary to the Board of Management, Mrs. Charmian Christie, our Deans, Associate Directors, including Mr. Everton Phillips, our Registrar, Mrs. Monique Ridgard, members of our esteemed academic, ancillary, administrative staff, and extension to the family, other distinguished members in the room, in our virtual space, and joining us live on YouTube, my beloved student counselors, members of the press, families, parents, well-wishers, and students. Good morning. Happy Monday to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Sinclair, a proud member of the Montego Bay Community College team, where the end crowns the work. I welcome you to this year's Convocation for 2021. Now, we're familiar with a graduation, and we do say the end crowns the work. So we're always looking out for that celebration after completion. The convocation is really the baby brother or the mirror image of the graduation, as we call it, a grand rising, perhaps lighting the spark for those who will crown their work at the end. So we welcome everyone here with us, physically and non-physically. Fingers crossed, it will get a lot more intimate as we go into the term itself. But for now, we begin with a positive spirit, our hearts and our hands to the air, and we will have a wonderful year. And I'd like to thank you all for being on time and looking so adorably spiffy and well put together. So let us journey into our program, and as I said, the blessing is upon us, and to continue to bring that blessing, please help me welcome the singing and the recording of our national anthem. I'm too excited to see you, Father Nemhart, pardon me. That's how it is. And I'm not excited to sing either. So you can imagine my excitement in having you take the stage. But before we do that, we will start our devotional morning with the recording of the national anthem of Jamaica. Can we all rise? Okay, everyone. As expected, our devotional exercise will be led by, of course, the Venerable Father Justin Nemhart. Welcome, sir.
Praise the Lord, O my soul. Let all that is within me praise his holy name. A reading from the scripture, Colossians chapter 1. Be reading from verse 27 to 29. To them God chose to make known how great among the Gentiles are the riches of the glory of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. Him you proclaim, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man mature in Christ. For this I toil, striving with all my energy, that he might inspire within me. End of the reading. Thanks be to God. As we observe Convocation 2021, the life of our college, we do so against the background of the many things that are happening in our world, have changed the world. Considering the onset of the ongoing COVID-19 with us a year ago, pandemic is still with us, and we are struggling to find our way through this. Our remote and virtual means of communicating has changed the world, for better or for worse. But we have a sense of a despair all around us in our world community, among all cultures and among all age groups. And the question that is before us now is, how can we change from having an attitude of despair to an attitude of hope? How can we continue to move into the present situation, into our future, avoiding being pessimists, and to maintain an optimistic outlook? That is why we begin a new academic year with confidence. That is why many have registered to come to this college, and many have returned to continue their education, to seek to be successful, as so many others have done before you, to refuse to be conquered by the events that threaten us today. And the big question is, how much hope do we all have? How optimistic are we? And if you would have hope to succeed, then may I encourage you that along with all the resources that you have, that you seek to find that gift of faith, which will give you confidence, which will give you the certainty that you can move on into the present and into the future. I pray that as you press on in the pursuit of knowledge, that you understand that real faith is a spirit of hope that you have. They're inseparable. To have faith is to be sure of things that we hope for, and to be certain of those things that we cannot see. We do not know how long the present despairing situation will last, how long we will have to wear masks, maintain social distancing, and sanitize every turn of the way, and how much more we are going to be succeeding in getting many of our people to be vaccinated so that indeed those who are will be true heroes to themselves and be heroes for others. But we look to the future with confidence, and we look with expectancy and with great hope. That is inspiring, and that is energizing. So I bid us go with confidence into this new year, praying that God's promises that are true will be fulfilled in us and through the efforts that we pursue. And make good of your time. Students, make good of your time here at the Montego Bay Community College. Amen. Let us pray. O God, our Heavenly Father, as we pause in the context of this convocation exercise, we continue to recognize your presence as we prepare for another academic year in the life of the Montego Bay Community College. As we prepare to do the work that you have given us to do, help us to understand that it is by your Spirit that we are taught knowledge, and that you give wisdom to all those who ask for it. And this morning we ask your blessing in particular on the Board of Management of the college, for persons who have given their time and talent and resources to guide and uphold the delivery of education through this institution. And we pray, O God, that as we go through these challenging times, we'll be able to give even more. Pray that you may uphold our new principal, your servant, Darren Henry. We pray that you will grant him the grace that he needs day by day as he spearheads the administration of this college. Pray for those who work with him, vice principals and our deans and vice deans and lecturers, and all those who support the academic staff. Grant them, O God, and all those who teach, as your Spirit rests upon them, that by word and example and clearness of vision and freshness of thought, that they may lead their students to reverence truth, to desire goodness, and to delight in beauty, so that following after those things, those who teach and those who learn may come to know you. And on this occasion, we hold up before you all those who have served us, who are no longer with us. Especially do we remember your servant Maureen, and for the contribution that she made to the life of this college. Continue to bless her and her family. And, oh God, we pray your blessing upon our students, that they may always strive to love what is worth loving, and to know what is worth knowing, and to esteem that which is most precious, and to dislike that which is evil in your eyes. And they may search out and do what is most pleasing before you always. Continue to bless our administrative and ancillary staff, all parents and guardians and friends of this college. Help us all, O God, to work diligently in singleness of heart and purpose, remembering that without you we can do nothing, that in your fear is the beginning of wisdom. And all this we ask through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
We thank you again, Father Nemhard, and we will go into the year with confidence and with the vision, as you said, to have that freshness for our students. And on the matter of freshness, it is very important for us to welcome our new students, welcome their families, welcome our staff members, both old and new, and of course the entire team. So I would like to ask you now, with me, to bring a welcome Mrs. Colleen Ricketts-Evans, our Vice Principal for Business and Administrative. And that is in the, of course, innocent absence of Mrs. Carol Walters, or other Vice Principal for Academics, who actually does not have a 7-day week as the rest of us do. So she's probably in the future completing something that is far, far more important than we have seen. But for now, we welcome Mrs. Ricketts-Evans.
Thank you. Our Master of Ceremony, Mr. Lige Sinclair, Archbishop of Montego Bay, the Venerable Father Justin Nemhard, Guest Speaker, Miss Morganne Kellier, Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, Principal, Mr. Darian Henry, Vice Principal Academic, Mrs. Carol Walters, Campus Director of the Westmoreland Campus, Mr. Linwall McFarlane, Deans, Directors, Associate Deans, other members of the ancillary, administrative, and academic staff, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen present in the room and in our virtual space, good morning. Martin Luther King exclaimed, and I quote, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." This quote has become even more relevant as the Montego Bay Community College pivots as a tertiary institution going through a global pandemic. As we commence the official start of the academic year 2021-2022, we will continue to prepare our students to be creative, students with integrity, and students who will understand their civic responsibility. We welcome this morning the chairman of our Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, and to the other board members who work tirelessly to provide guidance to this institution. We look forward to your continued direction, sir, as we strategize and adapt to this new learning environment. Welcome to our new principal, Mr. Darian Henry. Mr. Henry has taken over the reins from Dr. Marie Nelson, who is now on her deserved retirement leave. Sir, the Montego Bay Community College is excited to have you on board at this juncture of the college's history. We look forward to your leadership as you steer the ship through the new eras of opportunities. We are committed as a team to give you the support as we strive to achieve the vision of being the tertiary institution of choice, providing world-class multidisciplinary education and training for lifelong learning to satisfy the needs of a dynamic global marketplace. Father Nemhard, we welcome you once again, and we thank you for always being willing to provide the spiritual guidance to us at the Montego Bay Community College, especially in these fragile and uncertain times. To our guest speaker, Miss Morganne Kellier. As a past student of this noble institution and a youth influencer, we look forward to your words of inspiration as you inspire and motivate our students to become world changers. To our staff, or dear staff from all departments, you have stood the course and you continue to step up to the challenges. We applaud you for your steadfastness, your determination, and the fantastic work you have done over the past year to enable our students to succeed. We look forward to continued commitment as we strive to achieve our organizational goals. We welcome our new students. Welcome to the tertiary institution of choice. We are committed to creating and fostering meaningful relationships with you, and we will connect you with the resources that will enable you to succeed. Welcome to our returning students. Thanks for deciding to continue your higher education journey with us. We know you have choices, but you have made the best decision to continue your course of study at the Montego Bay Community College. A very special welcome to our students on our Principal's Honor Roll. You did it. Yes, you did. Today, we will recognize your efforts. Parents and well-wishers, thanks for joining us today. Thank you for being that constant support for your loved ones. They are going to need your help now more than ever. The journey is not over. Continue to encourage and inspire them as they go through the tertiary landscape. Students, as you go through the hallways of the Montego Bay Community College, whether virtually or face-to-face, endeavor not only to focus on developing your academic skills, but aim also to build your character, to influence the world, and to be agents of change. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. You are at the right place to prepare yourselves to lead the change. Welcome all to the Montego Bay Community College's Convocation 2021. The end crowns the work.
Thank you again, Mrs. Ricketts Evans. Your commitment to the cause is really why you're one of our champions. So thank you for that. At this time, we're going to have the presence on the platform of one of our students, one of our young diamonds, one of the leaders of the cause, of course, which Mrs. Ricketts Evans said that we remain committed to. And Father Nemhard said we will instill that confidence to have them drive through. And this student is actually pursuing an associate's degree in psychology. And they're here to introduce to you a former student who is our keynote speaker. So it's a beautiful marriage. There is no generation gap. There is nothing missing there. So to fill the blanks in and let you know who our keynote speaker is, if you don't already know, please help me welcome the future psychologist, Mr. Alex Saunders. Pardon me, my producers have asked me to fix that immediately, not for editing. Miss Alex Saunders. Thank you, producers.
Thank you. Chairman, Mr. Lyd Sinclair, Officiating Clergy Archdeacon of Montego Bay, the Venerable Justin Nemhard, Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, other distinguished members of the Board of Management, Principal, Mr. Darian Henry, Vice Principal, Business and Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts Evans, Campus Director, Mr. Linwell McFarlane, Guest Speaker, Ms. Morganne Kellier, Secretary Bursar to the Board of Management, Ms. Charmian Christie, Deans, Associate Deans and Directors, Registrar, Ms. Monique Redgard, members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, other distinguished guests in our virtual audience, including parents, guardians, and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to you all. It is indeed a pleasure for me to introduce our guest speaker. She's a past student of Montego Bay High School, Montego Bay Community College, and the University of the West Indies. During her tenure at the college, she made excellence one of her hallmarks. Consequently, she was acknowledged by the college as one of the students who achieved 4 distinctions in Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination (CAPE) and was enlisted on the Principal's Honor Roll. Our guest speaker is a staunch believer in holistic development, and so she was actively involved in every facet of the college community. She served as Students' Council representative, Students' Council president, member of Rotaract, and University College's Christian Fellowship. Furthermore, she represented the college at the Youth Global Leadership Summit at the Grand Palladium Hotel in 2015, Chamber of Commerce Exposition 2015 and 2016, University of the West Indies Western Campus Cultural Forum in 2016, Council of Community Colleges of Jamaica Conference, and the 6th Biennial Diaspora Conference. In the capacity of Junior Mayor of Montego Bay, she hosted the first ever St. James Youth Awards in 2015, aimed at recognizing young people making valuable contributions to their communities. As the president of the Students' Council, she demonstrated strong leadership qualities. She ably hosted a concert for new students, acted as a convener for one of the orientation sessions, modeled at Montego Bay Community College fashion show and dinner, played a lead role in the college's open day function, captained the pre-university cheerleading team, and participated in the Wine and Seafood Expo. When our guest speaker left office in May 2016, she left a fascinating legacy. Her presidency has remained an intriguing part of the college's history, and we can now say that there were unexpected achievements. She played an instrumental role in obtaining funds for the eradication of poliomyelitis in Africa and the renovation of DRB Grant Basic School in St. James. Her tenure was historical and complex, and will inevitably be compared with her predecessors and successors. After graduating from Montego Bay Community College, she studied law at the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus in Barbados, where she graduated with first-class honors. While at UWI, she also served the Guild of Students as the events officer. She was also crowned Hall Queen, Vice President of CARICOM Relations UWI Stat, and the Public Relations Officer of the Frank Worrell Hall. The academic journey of this illustrious young lady continued at the Norman Manley Law School. At this institution, she successfully sat the bar examinations. As a student at Norman Manley, she served as a tutor in the Faculty of Law. Additionally, she etched her name in the annals of Jamaica. She was the Speaker of the House for National Youth Parliament 2020 and the Sagicor Community Hero Awardee for 2021. Currently, she is Miss St. James Festival Queen and the second runner-up in the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen competition. She is also the founding director of MK Tutoring Services and has a love for volunteerism, mentorship, and the performing arts. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the podium our guest speaker, Miss Morganne Kellier, who lives by the philosophy, in order to be successful beings, we must be intentional in all that we do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Saunders. Chairman, Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Lidge Sinclair. Officiating Clergy, Archdeacon of Montego Bay, the Venerable Justin Nemhard. Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare. Other distinguished members of the Board of Management. Principal, Mr. Darian Henry. Vice Principal of Academic, Mrs. Carol Walters. And Vice Principal, Business and Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts Evans. Campus Director, Mr. Linwell McFarlane. Secretary and Bursar to the Board of Management, Mrs. Charmaine Christie, Deans, Associate Deans and Directors, Registrar, Mrs. Monique Ridgard, members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, other distinguished guests in here and in our virtual audience, including parents, guardians, and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. What an absolute pleasure it is to be the guest speaker at the Montego Bay Community College's annual Convocation ceremony. It is indeed an honor to have been charged with the duty to encourage you, the students of this noble institution, to persevere during these tumultuous times. Why can I say this? Because just 5 years ago, I sat where you are in my very own convocation ceremony, where I was hopeful of the future, not having the slightest idea that I would be giving this speech in 2021, and especially not knowing that it would be done in a time when we are in the midst of a global pandemic that sometimes feels like a never-ending cycle. However, here I am, 5 years later, a more rounded individual, after embracing my new journey and having fully immersed myself into the culture of the college and all that came with it. It is clear that the pandemic has utterly disrupted our education system, and by now you all would have been familiar with almost every video conferencing platform, from Zoom to Google Meet to Microsoft Teams. You would also have to deal with the struggles of unmuting when you should be mute, making breakfast while listening to a class, or the most common struggle of them all, having to deal with flow never flowing. However, notwithstanding those seemingly never-ending struggles of online learning, each and every one of you would have had to adjust and adapt, which has led you here today on another leg of your academic pursuits and journey to doing more and becoming more, right here at the premier college in Western Jamaica. So let me say congratulations, and I ask that everyone give them a round of applause. Congratulations to all new students for matriculating to the premier tertiary institution in Western Jamaica. In Jamaica, tertiary education is often considered a privilege and not a right. So be proud of your achievement in reaching this milestone. You have persevered and you have conquered. Make the most of this opportunity. Congratulations also to those returning students. You have completed one leg of the race. Continue with the perseverance towards the finish line. So there you have it. I could just end my speech right here because starting your journey at the Montego Bay Community College is not very different. You are still required to adjust and adapt. And I ask the students who are present in the room today to say it with me, and those in the virtual space, adjust and adapt. Thank you. However, as you level up, you will also be required to dig deeper, as you will be introduced to new material, new teachers, and new struggles. But in order to level up, every athlete, like those who competed at the recent Summer Olympics, every movie star, like Daniel Craig in the 007 film No Time to Die, and every student reaching another academic milestone, needs a game plan for success. It was our first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey, who said, and I quote, "There is no force like success, and that is why the individual makes all effort to surround himself throughout life with the evidence of it," end quote. So here is the 6-point game plan I recommend to you for making the most of your time at the college, even in the virtual space. Follow me now. Point 1. Start with and remember your why. We need to imbue everything we do with a sense of why. Without one, school becomes a hoop you just jump through. Getting to and fully being aware of your why means giving yourself a voice in the online classroom and a say in what and how you learn. It also leads to purposeful learning, where you work hard not because you have to, but because you are genuinely interested and passionate. Because it's either you do it with passion or you don't bother do it at all. Many of you may be the first in your families or communities to obtain tertiary level education, while others may have never imagined themselves this far in their academic pursuits. Some of you are extremely passionate about the career path and profession you intend to work in, and some probably had this plan written out long before they could ever begin to think about how they were going to get this far, but just knew they had to get here. While you may all have different reasons and different whys, you all have a why. And that is most important, that you constantly remind yourselves of your why. So as you adjust and adapt to the uncertainties of this new school and learning environment, and encounter new struggles or difficulties that may come with that process, and the feeling of "me can't bother ya" that starts to creep in, it is in those moments that you dig deep and remind yourselves of your why you started and why you will and must finish. Point number 2, be creative. Find innovative ways to make learning fun. Use Instagram pages not just for scrolling, but for study tips and study groups. Suggest different ways of learning to your teachers. We are in the middle of the age of creativity and innovation. So it is your responsibility to find creative ways for learning and success. Point number 3, get involved. The college has a number of clubs and societies, as well as different projects that you can get involved in, such as the Student Council, and there's no bias there, Rotaract Club, Circle K Club, Environmental Club, just to name a few. When you would have completed your studies, you want to be known for far more than just being merely a student, but you want to be known for being an exemplary student, one who was able to successfully adjust and adapt to the not-so-new normal, and who has made valuable contributions to the college community, and by extension, an excellent ambassador for the school. Remember I said at point 2, be creative? This also means in your approaches to networking and being involved in college life too. The opportunities are endless, so do not let them pass you by. By being involved, not only are you contributing to the growth and development of the school community, but you are also contributing to your personal growth and development. And when you leave here, you want to leave a better, more rounded student and individual. Game point plan number 4. So we're moving quickly along. Teamwork makes the dream work. Engage your colleagues, your teachers, your tutors, and your lecturers. It is now more than ever that you need to lean on the strength of others. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. While you may not always be face-to-face, it is still important that you build lasting relationships with your classmates and your teachers. Not only because it will help you throughout your tenure while at the Montego Bay Community College, but also these very same people who you would have met while attending the college will be the same persons you encounter as you continue your life's journey as doctors, chefs, fashion designers, lawyers, bankers, accountants, architects, entrepreneurs, engineers, and the list goes on. Game plan point number 5, learn from failure. I want you all to remember that if you have a bad day, it does not mean you have a bad life. Similarly, getting a bad grade does not mean it is the end all of it all. Learn from the mistakes you made. Evaluate how you can change your approach so that the next time you will not make the same mistakes. Seek assistance. Do not be afraid to ask for help, and get back up and try again. This is where you learn the critical skill of perseverance. Say it with me. Perseverance. Come on, Antonio. Perseverance. Very good. Which is not only a skill necessary to get you through your time here at the college, but it is one of the most important skills you'll need throughout the vicissitudes of life. And I'll share with you a quick story. Some of you may know, some of you may not. famous TV personality Oprah Winfrey is a billionaire with her own TV channel, the Oprah Winfrey Network own, and had a penchant for giving away cars during her shows. But did you know that Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job as an anchor in Baltimore, USA? Anybody know that? Was anybody aware of that? No? Okay. Yup. She felt this was the end of the world, but she persevered, got back up and tried again, and the rest is history. In 2013, Oprah reflected on her experiences during a Harvard commencement speech and said, "There's no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction." So again, I remind you, learn from failure and keep it moving. Final point, point number 6, just do it. And in the Jamaican vernacular, just do it. While I was in my final year of law school, I received this piece of advice from my favorite tutor, Justice Ingrid Mangatal, and it has been the best piece of advice I have ever received. It's funny because "just do it" is most popularly known as the slogan used by multi-million-dollar company Nike. However, the words of the slogan never resonated with me until then, and so I'm sharing it with you today in this setting, hoping that it may have new depth and new meaning. While many of you, like myself, may very well be perfectionists, you also have to give yourself grace. Be kind to yourselves, especially in times like these in the virtual learning space. Indeed, it is extremely necessary that you set specific goals, have a plan, and work hard to achieve them. However, it is also necessary that you are not too hard on yourselves when your plan may not be working out the way you want it to. It is way more important that you never give up. Continue to show up, be present, and say it with me, just do it. Whatever it is, whether it be an assignment, a presentation, studying for a test, or taking an exam, just do it. You would be so surprised at how well you do it when you just do it. There is absolutely no better place I could suggest for you all to grow and flourish than here at the Montego Bay Community College. The lecturers, the administrative staff, the ancillary staff are all so excellent, and I have a serious special place in my heart for each and every one of them. This is your stage, students, new and returning. The curtains have opened. The lights are on. Now it is your time to take center stage, perform, and shine on. So there you have it, the 6-point game plan for your success. Take it and be great. Best wishes to each and every one of you on your journey, where the end indeed crowns the work. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Kellier. Yes, before I continue, let us recognize protocol. Thank you. But with such a clean and thorough message, I was hoping that they would have sanitized before she came, since, you know, it was Mr. Sinclair and others up here. By the way, to Alex Saunders and the team, and my producers have reminded me to correct it again for our viewing audience. It's Miss Alex Saunders. There's no Mr. Alex Saunders in the room. There is only one Alex here for us, all right? Thank you, Alex, for your introduction again. And Ms. Kellier, I just wanted to say that it's really hard for us to call you a guest speaker at this point, because you're not a guest. You've always been a member of the family. You didn't even shoot away like some stars do. You became the sun. You're just this ball of fire that literally orbits, or we orbit your existence, and we're continuously being, lit up by the things you do and the things you share. So can I ask for another rousing round of applause and some thumbs up on YouTube? Thank you. Adjust and adapt, and we have and will continue to do so. I want to transition again in a very unique way. As I said, there is no generation gap. We will now meet a student leader, of which, of course, Ms. Kellier proudly held that position, and she will be leading us in the induction of our new students. Folks watching at home and with us here, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you this year's president of our Students' Council, President Kayla Marie Ashman. Please, let's hear your...
Chairman Mr. Litz Sinclair, Officiating Clergy Archdeacon of Montego Bay, the Venerable Justin Nemard, Chairman, Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, other distinguished members of the Board of Management, Principal Mr. Darian Henry, Vice Principal of Academics, Ms. Carol Waters, and Vice Principal of Business and Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts-Evans, Campus Director, Mr. Linwood McFarlane, Guest speaker, Ms. Morganne Kellier, Secretary and Bursar to the Board of Management, Mrs. Charmaine Christie, Dean, Associate Deans and Directors, Registrar, Mrs. Monique Rigard, members of the academic, administrative and auxiliary staff, other distinguished guests in our virtual audience, including parents, guardians, and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today marks your first day as a student of the Montego Bay Community College. You have placed your feet on the first rung of a ladder that can lead you to wherever you want to go. I charge you to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Begin today, to define your goals and to pursue them with tenacity of mind and body. Do not be discouraged by disappointments. Face challenges with determination, believing that the end crowns the work. At this time, I will ask all the first-year students to stand. I will now ask you a series of questions that you will respond by saying, "I will." As you begin your journey, will you pledge today that with God as your guide, you will, with sobriety, sincerity, and sacrifice, strive to achieve the highest level of academic success possible to you? I will. Will you make friends and forge bonds that will enhance your sense of person and elevate your thoughts and actions beyond the ordinary and mundane? Will you maintain the ideals of the Montego Bay Community College by obeying the rules and in all your interactions, demonstrate that you are proud to be a part of this noble institution? And will you be steadfast in making positive difference in the lives of your peers, the college community, and your country? You may now put on your pins to signify that you are now members of this noble institution. May God bless you as you work to achieve your goals. Thank you.
Thank you again, President Ashman and the entire Student Council team. I just want to say to all of our new students and returning students that is your president, that is your student leader, and her governance will encompass duties that our Constitution outlines to ensure that all our students are advocated for. So her words are true and her duty has already started. So thank you again, President, and we continue to support you as a team here at the campus. Anybody want to hear me sing? I didn't expect that many laughs. I gave a couple jokes earlier and nobody laughed that loudly. I'm sure you noticed that too, Principal Henry. You're picking it up, aren't you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In any case, I've prepared just for that moment. We have a recording of our college songs, so you will not have to pause or walk away from YouTube. I ask you to stay right here with me and keep your eyes peeled and your ears open as we sing together our college song.
Father, creator of all land, of mountains, valleys, zeal and vision. Now may we all fulfill our mission. Bless the three schools from which we started. 7 students awarded, spreading to western parishes far. May we proudly and evermore be truly arms of many one, serving you till our task is done. We give you thanks for all the steps, may precepts and examples blessed. May we each chance for learning use, and never good or evil choose. Worthy of whatever we do, may we crown our work in you.
Right? We thank the members of our school choir as well as the voices in here in our school song. Currently, the person we welcome next to the podium sits at a solitary perch, but by no means is that his method of interaction. We just saw a recording, and you might be thinking that the next presentation, so seamlessly delivered as well, perhaps has been recorded and sent to us. But no, folks, we are live, we are here, and it is a very special time for us, as we have said a lovely, hearty goodbye to Dr. Marie Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pride and pleasure and recognition of protocol. There's going to be a little bit of a lull there before I welcome our principal to make his remarks and other things, Mr. Henry. But first, the cleaning of the podium for the principal.
Chairman Mr. Lidge Sinclair, Officiating Clergy, Archdeacon of Montego Bay, the Venerable Justin Nemhard. Gives me great pleasure just to recognize you, sir. Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, and other distinguished members of the board. Vice Principal Academic, Mrs. Carol Walters, and Vice Principal for Business and Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts-Evans. Campus Director, Mr. Linwell McFarlane. Guest speaker, who did an awesome job this morning, Miss Morganne Kellier. Thanks for following me on Instagram. Secretary Bursar to the Board of Management, Mrs. Charmian Christie. Deans, Associate Deans, and Directors. Registrar, Mrs. Monique Ridgard. Members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, and other distinguished guests in our virtual audience, including parents, guardians, and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm truly excited about embarking on this new journey, even as we pilot and circumnavigate the worries and tribulations of the COVID-19 pandemic, which no doubt has left a trail of dizzying challenges, uncomfortable uncertainties, and yet to be studied exhilarating opportunities to be exploited. As your freshly minted principal, I pledge to be your servant leader with God's grace and mercy, who will carefully and skillfully guide our Montego Bay Community College, conjoined with the passion and expertise of our highly valued team members who have toiled for long to unleash our enviable tradition of excellence. I'm eternally grateful to the Board of Management, led by the professionalism, skill, and wit of Mr. Dare, for ably leading the transition of principalship of the Montego Bay Community College, which has not only been smooth and stable, but demonstrates to our stakeholders the gold standard of managing governance in the interest of our students. It behooves me in my maiden convocation address to pay homage and salute our retired principal, Dr. Morganne Nelson, who has distinguished herself with impactful and exemplary leadership to the college and indeed to the education system for over 3 decades of sterling service in shaping the lives of our young people. Dr. Nelson, our nation owes you a debt of gratitude. Your enviable track record and devotion to duty are immeasurable emblems of excellence, which have positively impacted the greater good. We extend best wishes to Dr. Nelson as she saddles for the road of retirement and the next phase of her blissful life. Mr. Chairman, I am duty-bound to heap high commendations on our skilled team members, led by Vice Principals Mrs. Walters and Mrs. Evans, our deans and associate deans, heads of faculties, team members, administrative and ancillary, who have set themselves apart as trailblazers of excellence. I'm exceedingly proud of them all. Convocation marks the start of the academic year. The occasion also unleashes unbridled celebration of our students who have performed beyond expectations, those students who have placed on the principal's honor roll. This morning, we will tabernacle and celebrate with you and recognize your respective outstanding performances. Today, we'll be recognizing and highlighting 85 students who have earned their place on the coveted principal's honor roll. 9 students from the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies, 14 students from the Faculty of Business Studies, 12 students from the Faculty of Hospitality and Creative Studies, 10 students from the Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences, 23 students from the Workforce Development Division, and 17 students from the Westmoreland campus at Frome. Please put your hands together. I heartily congratulate our awardees for the 2020-2021 academic year for clearly beating the odds and overcoming life's hurdles, distinguishing yourselves for exceptional academic performance. You are demonstrating the normalization of excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, we are traversing turbulent times. These days, we are confronting a plethora of personal, financial, emotional upheavals with somewhat limited answers to these challenges. I'm aware that we are all fearful, shadowed by trepidations about these uncertainties that lie before us. You might be anxious about how society is evolving in the digital landscape. If there's anything that this disruption of the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic has taught us, that nothing is certain. Life itself is uncertain. That things will change rapidly in the twinkling of an eye, as they say in the country, as you bat your eye lid. But alas, let us use this experience as a distillable moment and realize that we must make absolute good use of each passing day. While the pandemic has ruffled the education system in many aspects permanently, we must ready our systems to exploit the mindsets and exploit the opportunities. We must recalibrate our systems to explore the facets of connectedness, collaborative teaching, facilitation, and learning. Ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to be transfixed on our vision to being the tertiary institution of choice, providing world-class multidisciplinary education and training for lifelong learning to satisfy the needs of the dynamic global marketplace. This vision is well aligned to position our college, the college of the future, in which we embrace and implement revolutionary and transformational student experiences through disruptive curriculum with digitally relevant teaching and learning experiences, through robust and unending stakeholder engagement that ready our students for the emerging global demands in spite of the vicissitudes of COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, the future workplace will reflect social and technological trends and evolving views about what employment and entrepreneurial pursuits might mean. To interpret this, I look no further than the Future of Jobs report produced each year by the World Economic Forum. The most recent is yet the most starkest and serves as another reminder for the Montego Bay Community College to be focused on sharpening our systems and processes. 1. The pace of technology adoption is expected to remain unabated and may accelerate in some areas. 2. Automation, in tandem with the COVID-19 recession, is creating a double disruption for workers. In one survey, ladies and gentlemen, 45% of businesses indicate that they're set to reduce their workforce due to technology integration. 41% plan to expand the use of contractors for task-specialized work. 3, although the number of jobs destroyed will be surpassed by the number of jobs of tomorrow that will be created, in contrast to previous years, job creation is slowing while job destruction is accelerating. 4, skills gaps continue to be high as in-demand skills across jobs change in the next 5 years. 5, the window of opportunity to reskill and upskill workers has become shorter in the new constrained labor market. This means that we must keep up with the changing demands for certification, accreditation, workforce development, and curriculum alignment. Importantly, we must tap into the demands of certifying the local labor force, which will have far-reaching implications for productivity and economic development. Our college will be aggressive in chipping away at the 65% of the 23 to 54 age cohort of the Jamaican workforce, which is uncertified. My former professors of TVET at the UWI, Drs. Halden Morris, Disraeli Hutton, and Carol Powell said it best. The relationship of institutions with industries is of paramount importance, since the primary business of these institutions, like Montego Bay Community College, is to interpret market demand signals and prepare human resources to satisfy the manpower needs of industries. This, among other things, will cauterize the emerging phenomena like the Great Resignation of 2021, coined by the Texas A&M University professor of management, Anthony Clues, who believes that the rise of hybrid and remote work has fueled the phenomena of employees not going back to work. The Great Resignation is rattling industries in the United States, where millions of people from frontline to senior executive positions voluntarily calling time on their jobs. Australia and the United Kingdom are in its crosshairs. According to a recent research by Microsoft, more than 40% of the global workforce are considering leaving their employers this year alone. We are at a time where technology is no longer a motivating variable when it comes to learning and ideating new skills and behaviors, but it is a must. Incorporating the future of learning as you prepare for the workforce of the future that is designed by the digital ecosystem. Diana and Torrance, in their 2019 publication, attributed to being a complex network of stakeholders that connect online and interact digitally in ways to create value for all. We must adapt to the digital ecosystem
to, among other things, arrest the skills gap, which continue to be high as in-demand skills across jobs change in the next 5 to 10 years. I quote from the Future of Jobs report, "The top skills," students, I want you to listen to me with this is concerned. "The top skills and skills groups which employers see as rising in prominence leading up to 2025 include groups such as critical thinking and analysis, as well as problem solving, skills of self-management and active learning, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility." What this tells us is that we must be ready to shift our gears and be ready to assume enhanced thinking about getting our students ready for the rapidity of the global marketplace. We at the Montego Bay Community College are steadfast in pursuing our vision and mission to prepare you, our students, for this dynamic global workforce, which requires that you're equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes so that you can survive and thrive in the vastly competitive place. Our strategic plan is responding by setting out 11 well-calibrated goals. 1, achieving university college status. 2, fiscal stability and sustainability. 3, world-class facilities. 4, student experience. 5, internal processes. 6, community engagement. 7, employee engagement. 8, academic excellence. 9, research. 10, college visibility. And 11, health and wellness. Students, you must remain true to our core values of excellence, teamwork, respect, accountability, integrity, civic responsibility, and caring, which are the elixirs that will unquestionably drive academic and social excellence in our noble institution, and without a shred of reservation, prepare you to survive and thrive in the digital ecosystem. Therefore, you must be incremental, yet bold in taking your steps towards self-actualization, making sure that you take full advantage of our suite of opportunities that are available to you here. Your esteemed college boasts a legacy of academic excellence, remarkable growth and development, robust student services, and a superfluity of programs designed and shaped to meet the needs of our multifaceted stakeholders in Western Jamaica and beyond. We have a cadre of highly qualified, committed, motivated teaching professionals in our academic faculties, a diligent and enthusiastic administrative support team, and a hard-working ancillary staff who are unyielding in extending themselves to provide first-rate global-class service with precision and resounding success. Our new staff members who have joined, you have conjoined with the best team that performs at the highest level and maintaining excellence at all times. I implore you to be your best and to maintain the highest levels of professionalism, fulfilling your role as a profound sense of duty while making your mark in a dynamic and lasting neighborhood institution. Please have a rewarding and successful tenure here, and we welcome you wholeheartedly. Montego Bay Community College continues to maintain a privileged academic track record, ranking consistently among the highest percentage passes in examinations in all programs. We have earned the reputation of being a college of distinction. The results of the most recent CAPE examinations epitomize this long-standing track record at the institution. Let me turn the spotlight now on the Faculty of Arts, Natural, and Social Sciences. Over 238 students were entered for 17 subjects. Despite the uphill task of preparing our students in the midst of the raging global pandemic, we are pleased to announce that we have achieved a 93% pass rate in all subject areas. 100% passes in the following subjects: accounting, Caribbean studies, entrepreneurship, environmental science, and physics. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the 93% overall pass rate, the quality of passes was commendable, as 14 units recorded 60% and higher, of cohorts of students achieving distinctions and credits. Special mention for Brianna Ricketts, who achieved 5 distinctions in communication studies, biology, chemistry, pure math, and physics. Despite the numerous challenges of adapting to online teaching, coupled with the uncertainties and delays in the examinations, the 2021 sitting of CAPE was a resounding success. This accomplishment is attributed to the diligence, devotion, and dedication of our highly motivated lecturers who went beyond the call of duty in numerous instances to achieve this resounding success. A big congratulations to this remarkable achievement to Acting Dean Mrs. Rochelle Linton and team. Please put your hands together. This is festive. To those who are just leaving high school and wondering where to go, and who are joining us virtually, I petition you, Montego Bay Community College is open, and we are waiting for you. I'm pleased to announce as well that some of our students have garnered lucrative local and overseas scholarships due to their academic performance and community involvement. Ms. Aniska Christie, the immediate past president of the Student Council, was awarded a scholarship from the Sagicor Foundation. Ms. Emily Williams, a former Student of the Year, is the recipient of the Peace and Love Academic Scholarship and Trial Scholarship and is presently at the Cave Hill campus of the University of the West Indies reading for a bachelor's in law. Many CAPE students received offers from a variety of local and overseas universities to competitive disciplines prior to the sitting of their second-year examinations. Students of the Associate of Science degrees in Criminal Justice, Psychology, and Social Work programs have continued their academic pursuits at the University of Technology, Northern Caribbean University, and the University of the West Indies. The present cohort of Associate of Science degree students in Criminal Justice, Psychology, and Social Work have excelled. Therefore, most of them have been promoted to their second year of their respective programs and have the distinction of being placed on the venerated Principal's Honor Roll. Our students continue to be trailblazers when they leave the institution as they uphold the high ideals of academic excellence and leadership engendered here. Our students not only excel academically, but are actively involved in diverse areas of college life and community service. The Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences also caters to the holistic development of students through the annual Student Development Seminar, which prepares students for the world of work and for further studies. The virtual Student Development Seminar, which was held in April of this year, was a resounding success. The scholastic pursuits of the Montego Bay Community College is also evidenced in the outstanding performances of the faculties of Business, Computer and Technical Studies, Hospitality and Creative Studies in the Frome campus, and of course, our Workforce Division. In the Faculty of Business, 41 students are registered in the Council of Community Colleges Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year program, and this is the largest cohort to date. 44 students on the faculty have made the Dean's List. Of this, 26 are the Associate degree in Business Administration and students, and the remaining 18 are from the Bachelor's program. Through its partnership with the Jamaica Money Market Brokers, the faculty has secured employment for a number of our students. This includes both graduates and existing students. This year, the JMMB is in the process of employing at least 2 of our existing students on a part-time basis. This will allow students to earn money, which will be used to satisfy school fee needs. 3 of our recent graduates from the CCCJ Bachelor's Program in Finance Majors have been employed to KPMG the third largest auditing and accounting firm in the world. Of note, these students are competing with students from the UWI and UTech. Kemoy Ho-Shing, a 2018 graduate of the CCCJ Bachelor's Program, who was awarded a scholarship to study law at the University of Pittsburgh, was successful at his first attempt at the bar examination and is now practicing law in the States. We're now proud of him. Hannah Lee Garrick, a fourth-year student from the CCCJ Bachelor's Program, has been awarded a scholarship from the Joe and Angela Witter Foundation. Our college highlights in an unmistakable fashion the holistic development of our students. Our systems and processes develop our students intellectually, emotionally, socially. The artistic and creative acumen of our students are well enhanced through the expectations of our college. Parents, guardians, uncles, aunts, wherever you are, the Montego Bay Community College salute you to validating your investment in the future of your children. You are, without a doubt, a vital partner whose role and contribution are critical to our success, because we will be enlisting your input and support as we continue with this online virtual education. We plead for you to sustain your support for the institution by joining with us and preparing our students for a dynamic life ahead while achieving their educational goals. We will continue with our flexible payment arrangements. We are aware that many of you have been impacted significantly by rotation, reduced hours, layoffs, redundancies, and so on. As your servant leader, I will give you assurance that we will work closely with you so that your child or ward will not be disadvantaged, even as we face domestic level uncertainties. We implore you to take advantage of the Sixth Form Pathway Program, in which the government is guaranteeing the grant of $60,000 towards an associate degree in specified areas, once the qualification criteria of 5 CSEC passes, including math and English, and the age attainment of between 16 and 18 years are met. New students, thank you for entrusting your future with us as you embark on this journey of social, spiritual, and academic development. We assure you that you will be the envy of your family and friends, that you have made the most compelling decision of selecting the Montego Bay Community College for high-quality, world-class post-secondary education. Our team have worked diligently and tirelessly to ensure that you will benefit from the premium education delivery that matches your needs in fulfilling your personal and professional objectives. Congratulations in matriculating into our programs of your choice. You have embarked on a fascinating journey. Blended learning will require discipline, determination, stick-to-itiveness, focus, maturity, the will to win, the will to achieve, the will to overcome, the will to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. Be resilient and be ready to have an exciting academic year. You can do this. We can take the flight of success. Stay close to your dreams, because it is through hard work, students, dedication with Christ in the midst, that you will demonstrate excellence as always. As a college, we have a duty to explore pathways for our males. As a means, according to Pinnock and Bennett of the Jamaica University, to stem underperformance of Black Caribbean males caused by a complex interrelated root issues for declining participation and performance in the educational system. But more on this in the very near future. Colleagues, as I close, navigating the digital ecosystem will require competence, honesty, goodwill, openness, and reliability. I end with a quote from Barack Obama, and he says, "In a global economy where the most valuable skill you can sell is your knowledge, a good education is no longer a pathway to opportunity. It is a prerequisite." Ladies and gentlemen, the end crowns the work. Thank you so much, and may God Almighty bless our beloved Montego Bay Community College. I thank you.
Thank you. Very quickly, once more for our new principal, Mr. Henry. Thank you, sir. For me to say that this was a seamless transition in leadership is almost cliche, but to quote Barack Obama as well, the state of the union is strong with us, sir. So I think if you know, you know, right, everyone? Good going, good going. It's an occasion, as our principal said, it's festive. And there's only one way to follow something of that nature, is with me singing. Finally, right? Good. So let's get my drummer. Are you ready, Mr. Drummer? And my... No? Okay, well, we do not have a drummer, and my tambourine is not here. We will supplement it with a recording, and this is a performance from our college choir, which I guarantee you will be, you know, a better substitute. Our school choir again, an award-winning choir, continues to impress and increase in its plaudits. We now recognize the section of our program and our convocation which has the ritualistic formalities that must be done, and it's a good thing because we recognize the students, our achievements, their works, the end crowns the work, and now we're going to take that time to recognize them. So the remainder of our program will have the announcement of our principal honor roll students. Will be followed by the declaration of the official opening of the school year, the signing of the matricula by two of our esteemed students, and the unfurling of our flag. So for those of our viewers who are not with us physically and you're wondering where we are now, that's exactly where we are. We are at the formalities and the recognition of excellence. Are we all ready, folks? Thank you. Now, to lead us in the announcements, we welcome our communications lecturer and one of the leaders of the coaching team for the school choir, Miss Desiree Crooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my esteemed pleasure to announce to you the students who have earned a place on the prestigious Principal's Honor Roll for the academic year 2020 to 2021. The following students would have earned a GPA of 3.0 or higher. From the Faculty of Computing and Technical Studies, from the Program of Associates or Architectural Construction and Technology, we have Alicia Beck. Nathan Bowen. Tori Elizabeth Lindo. Leandra Pickering. Rochelle Robinson. Kayla Marie Ashman, and she is from the Associate in Engineering. Kamali Davis. Clevon Riley. Odane Jones, and he's from the Management Information Systems program. From the Faculty of Business, the Associate Degree in Business Administration, Lauren Chen. Kasheen Dacre. Javel Grant. Ashley Gray. Domani Griffiths. Shanique Sinclair. Kayla Stone. Alina Taylor. Kayla Watson. From the Bachelor's in Business Administration program, we have Kamoy Condell. Hannalee Garrick. Stacey Ann Gordon Fenton. Kiva Gay Taylor. Tamoy Wright. From the Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism, and Creative Studies, from the program Associate Degree in Culinary Arts, Ashley Allen. Tajay Anderson. Caitlin Hammond. Shanoya Spence. From the Bachelor's Degree in Hospitality and Tourism Management program, Gabrielle Grant. Samoya Henry. Shaini Robinson. From the Associate Degree in Clothing and Fashion Design, Paula Ann Dixon. Jimon Lawrence. Davisha Samuels. Zane Bernard, Lisa Leslie, from the Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences, from the Associate Degree in Psychology program, Alyssa Anderson. Shaniqua Bernard, Shaniqua Bernard, Cassania Davidson, from the Associate Degree in Social Work, Rashad Ford, Ruth James, Khadijah Watson, from the Pre-University Arts Program, Ashley Ann Collins, from the Pre-University Business Program, Tanika Clark, Michaela McBean, and from Pre-University Science, Scotia Lee Ricketts. From the Frome campus in Westmoreland, Sasheen Hines. Shantae Jeffrey. Sharice Barrett, Kimberly Campbell, Natasha Hall, Rashane Pennycook, Shade Quest, Alexia Clark, Thalia Ferguson, Fiona Carr, Janelle Pigot, Ricardo Samuels, Shashagay Clark, Natoya Palmer Chambers, Odane Thomas, Tiffany Ruddock, Llewellyn Stone, from the Workforce and Continuing Education Division, Brittany Jarrett, Calicia Kingston, Kamaria Anderson Bigby, Jolie Beckford Williams, Charmaine Ennis, Romay Ferguson, Anake Jenkins Catton, Delando Peterkin, Evangelina Del Rimple,
Social work, go back to social work. Julie, Charmaine,
Julie Beckford Williams, Charmaine Ennis, Romay Ferguson, Evangelina Del Rimple, Ricardo Roberts, and our very own Dervon Morris, Nashika Ellis, Tony Ann Gale Lindsay, Ricardo Kenton, Nikeda Noble,
hospitality students are here. The days to shine and those.
Carrie Ann Smith, Chrisanne Thompson, Sabrina Cornwall Eldemeyer, Jody Ann Johnson, Marshalyn Carr, Simone Salmon,
Hospitality students, the days to shine. Bachelor students. Bachelor students, hospitality bachelor. Gabriel Grant.
We go back to the Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism, and Creative Studies, Gabrielle Grant. Samoya Harvey. Shaini Robinson. Congratulations to all our awardees.
Congratulations indeed, and a rousing and a very, very big thank you to Ms. Crooks and the team, including Mr. Henry, who distributed so many awards to so many outstanding exemplars. Once more, a round of applause for them and their families. The end crowns the work. And to those of us who haven't received any certificates, awards, or achievements, it is only just not yet. So we await our next set of achievements and our next set of high-ranking, hard-working students. It will be you. It will be you. At this time, we will welcome to the platform our chairman of the Board of Management to officially declare the start of our 2021-22 academic year. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Stephen Dare. Once again, it would be remiss of me not to recognize, please, our most arduous and industrious ancillary staff, please.
Master of Ceremony, Mr. Sinclair, Venerable Justin Nemad, Mr. Darian Henry, Principal, Mrs. Carol Walters, Vice Principal, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts, Vice Principal, members of the Board of Management and our esteemed Secretary, Mrs. Christie, Mrs. Morganne Kellier, thank you very much for being here with us today. Not sure who I've left out, but deans, assistant deans, faculty members generally, students, awardees, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning. As it's almost afternoon, so I had to check quickly just to see, because we had so many awardees, which is incredible to see. Big congratulations to you all. You know, I'm going to be very brief, but I wanted to say that during the pandemic, I saw many companies do some innovative things, retrench themselves into their businesses, look at their systems again. It gave them a little time to look back at how they do business. And I want to tell you that in my work environment, I get the opportunity to look at some of those success stories. And those that did that extra work, that re-engaged their businesses, pivoted with new ways of doing businesses, new products and services, are ones that are showing to come out as outstanding performers in the business environment. So I really want to congratulate the students that are starting out with Montego Bay Community College. You are investing in a future. You know, a lot of people will say that with all the challenges that many of the speakers before me outlined that we're all going through, the best investment you can make today is to retrench in yourselves, to prepare yourselves for this new dynamic world that we are living in. And by you joining us today online and participating in this ceremony is an indication of that commitment to that investment that you are making. You can just be like all of those companies that I am seeing that really have come out as stars during this pandemic. You too, as Ms. Morganne Kellier gave you a nice list of items there, to prepare yourselves. Spend your time here valuably, investing in your future. You too can come out as a star. For those who are challenged financially and so forth, because we know it's what's happening, come and talk to us. We're open to a discussion. If you are challenged, we will work with you. From the Board of Management, we started on a process last year where we made some accommodations. I want to urge you to make the investment now, because there's no better investment than your education. And you can take it so much further. Like Ms. Morganne Kellier had said, you can do so much more while you're here. There's so much for you to get involved in, and those things do matter. So, congratulations for those who have made the decisions. Those on the fence, come and talk to us. And for those continuing, we are ready at Montego Bay Community College to assist you in this new environment that we're operating in, to make the best of the online services that we have to offer. You know, when I became chairman here, I want to tell you that Father Nemhard has always been such a supportive member of the Montego Bay Community College. You know, whenever you come to assist us with the formalities of different occasions, it's never just a religious message only. It's also a message of your engagement in and closeness to the institution. Your message is always speaking to the occasion specifically. And I really want to recognize you for that continuous contribution to Montego Bay Community College. Father Nemhard, for many of you that don't know, is actually retiring this year. Is it this year? It's January, so it's 2022, but it's just around the corner. And this will probably be your last convocation ceremony with us. because I hear you have other plans in other parts of the island. But Father Nemad, on behalf of Montego Bay Community College, we really appreciate your support over the years. You will be missed, and maybe there is some other engagement in your retirement that we can call in you from the other part of the island. So without further ado, on behalf of the Board of Management of Montego Bay Community College, it's my honor to declare the official opening of the 2021-2022 academic year of the Montego Bay Community College. Good afternoon, morning.
Thank you again, and thank you, Mr. Deere, for once again leading us into another year of success and promise. We appreciate it. I just want to do a quick roll call for two names. Do we have a Sophia Burgess in the room and a DeAndre Chung? Please stand. Yes, as they stand and prepare themselves, allow me to inform the rest of us what's about to happen. We have two representatives who will sign the matricula for us, which is the book you see in front of our goodly principal, and it will be aligned on the other side so that we ourselves, the viewing party, can see them sign off. This is something that we do at the start of every academic year, and this year is our signing for 2021-2022, and we're happy to have two students who have their potential studies going on now for associates in engineering. That will be Mr. Chung and Ms. Burgess. So you have the honor of representing your students, your entire student body, ringing in a new academic year. On the other side for us. You've had those pens since exams, man. Right, there you are. The book all the way around. Right. This is a bit of information for you. It was the custom at universities and colleges for new students to sign a parchment on which was written the names of all the past students of the institution. This parchment was what was called the matricula. Hence, we have this term, matriculation. Today, instead of a parchment, we have a book which holds the names of all our present and our past students. And we have asked our registrar, Mrs. Ridgard, thank you again, to present this book to our board chairman, Mr. Deere. And as a symbolic gesture involved in the process, we will invite our two freshmen who are already here, Mr. Chung and Miss Sophia Burgess, to sign it on behalf of the new students, and they have done so. Mr. Deere? Yes. So the signatures are in. Another year of history has been recorded in the annals of our parchment. Okay. That's it for him. Yes. Yes. Monsieur Chung, we understand that to your left is our school flag, which must be unfurled, and you have been given the duty to do so. Do you accept, sir? We thank you. At this time, Mr. DeAndre Chung will unfurl the school's flag for all of us here and those on our YouTube viewing party in its full splendor. There's a ribbon there. Have your way with it. Yes, sir. We won't keep the ribbon. You can unfurl it a little more. I want other viewers on YouTube to see that their free paper has burned. There you go. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Chung. You can hold it up for us. Thank you both, Madam Burgess and Mr. Chung. To issue our vote of thanks or discussion of gratitude, please help me welcome an associate student in psychology, Miss Shaniqua Bernard.
Good afternoon, everyone. William Arthur Ward states that feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event. Today marks another memorable day in the college's history. On behalf of the Montego Bay Community College family, I express heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Morganne Kellier, our guest speaker. Thank you for encouraging us to persevere, learn from failure, and to never give up. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Can you please join me up here? I'm presenting this to you on behalf of the Montego Bay Community College family. Special thanks to the Venerable Justin Nemhard for leading the devotional exercise. It is always important for us to seek God's guidance in everything that we do. We are all inspired by your great words. Thanks to the chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Stephen Dare, for opening the academic year. Board service is one of the toughest volunteer roles of all, and you are performing this role with dedication and tenacity. You are always present at the college's functions, and for that, we are truly grateful. Special thanks to our principal, Mr. Darian Henry, for his informative and heartwarming remarks. Sincere gratitude to Mrs. Colleen Ricketts Evans for extending a warm welcome to everyone. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to Mr. Litt Sinclair, who ably chaired the program with style and grace. Your words of wisdom will resonate in our minds. Thanks to Ms. Kayla Marie Ashman, President of the Students' Council, for the induction of new students. Sincere gratitude to Ms. Desiree Crooks, Communication Lecturer, for announcing the names of the students on the Principal's Honor Roll. Your pronunciation of names was at the highest standard. Thank you, Ms. Alex Saunders, for introducing our guest speaker. Your presentation was flawless and informative. Great appreciation to the college choir for their amazing performance. They won the hearts of the entire audience. They contributed to the success of this event. all the credit goes to the hard work of students and lecturers. Thanks to Sophia Burgess and DeAndre Chung, who signed the matricula on behalf of the class of 2021. I also extend gratitude to the academic and ancillary staff for their cooperation in the execution of this function. An event like this cannot happen overnight. You all played your roles as the wheels started rolling weeks ago. At Montego Bay Community College, we are fortunate to be surrounded by a dedicated and motivated staff who know their task and are results-oriented. Heartfelt gratitude to members of the press for an excellent coverage of this event. Certainly, you have documented an important dimension of the college's rituals. Thank you. Our sincere gratitude goes out to all parents and well-wishers for their unwavering support and encouragement. Without your support, we would not have achieved excellence. Immense gratitude to our lecturers for their supervision and inspiration at every point of time in college. Thanks from the bottom of my heart to everyone in the virtual audience for joining us in our celebration of excellence and the opening of a new academic year. We thank you for attending Convocation 2021. Thanks to all the awardees for taking the time to attend this event. I wish you all the best on your academic journey. Finally, I want to specifically thank the technical team for being the backbone of this event. They disseminated information instantaneously to everyone in the virtual and live audience. Thank you all.
Much appreciated, Ms. Bernard. Thank you for that. The closing remarks will be very short. I want to just thank everyone for being present. I'd like to thank those who are virtually with us and those who may be watching a delayed recording of our presentation. The Montego Bay Community College, as our principal says, welcomes you. Our doors are open. We remain open. Tell your friends and your loved ones that here the end crowns the work. And if you needed proof, I'm sure we gave you more than 80 pieces of pudding today. All right, I bid you good health, the richest blessings, and as we say in Jamaica, walk good. Take care.